Good afternoon, Dennis Burns, Fire Behavior Analyst for California Interagency Incident Management Team 2 with your KMP Complex update for October 13th. So starting down here in Division Alpha and X-Ray, kind of this southwest side of the fire. Today it went into a strictly patrol status, which means there's no true line overhead. We just have fire equipment kind of cruising back up and down the roads. Making sure that everything stays where we want it to. They are beginning to work on what we call suppression repair, a plan. You see we have these dozer lines. What we want to do is, one of the things we do is we cut water bars in them to take any runoff when and if we ever get rain again. But basically just prep those so that when we do get weather, erosion doesn't become an issue. Moving on up into Division Union, this area that used to be part of our North Complex. Again, this part's pretty much in a patrol status. Very similar operation. Looking at beginning some suppression repair here. I suspect that tomorrow this may show up as black on the map. Crews have worked that out. Not a lot of visible heat showing up in there today, and that's all the way up to the Generals Highway. Going up from the Generals Highway up to Park Ridge. Crews are continuing to work this out. Still have a lot of burning material rolling down onto the highway here. Fortunately, it's black on this side, so it's not an issue, but that kind of just speaks to the steep slopes that we have out there. And until we get some really good depth, either the material burning out or crews, if they can safely get in there, deal with the heat, we still have some threats to our containment lines, and that's why a lot of this is still red. Coming down from the Generals Highway here at Montecito, and this kind of crescent-shaped area, crews continue to strengthen and reinforce the hand lines going in there. One of the big issues in there, and why it's such a slow process, is there's just a lot of dead trees, which we call snags, that they're having to fall ahead of the crews. So they're having to drop the dead trees and get them down so that the crews can work in there safely. Coming across the highway, they have continued to monitor this. They've been walking it out. There's a couple areas that they think they're going to be able to access with hose, so they'll probably go after that tomorrow. So we may be seeing some black on the map here also. We're all good here. This is still in a monitor status, not going anywhere. We've got the rock wall out here. Coming down to the General Forest, this piece of heat in here on the edge, it wants to kind of continue moving to the east. It got into a position today where we were able to use aircraft on it, and they ran several fuel cycles through our helicopters dropping water. One of the concerns earlier on and where the fire was positioned was that if we used aircraft on it, it would push fire down into the canyon, which we don't want. Coming down into Division Echo, which is actually unstaffed. The fire's back down into the middle fork of the Cahuilla. The infrared has shown no heat really through this whole section of the fire. We do have some heat up here, and it's continuing to back down towards Cliff Creek. Not expecting any issues there. Nice low intensity understory burn. There is an old burn scar here that this fire, once it backs there, which could be a week, 2 weeks, will make the fire stall out. Coming down into Division Charlie, crews continue to work this section along Mineral King Road. A real dirty burn in here. Even though this shows kind of a direct line, it's actually a bunch of fingers. Today they started using a drone to identify those sources of heat that they could safely get into and deal directly with the heat. Those areas that they couldn't, they also worked that with aircraft. So that's your October 13th update of the KMP complex, and I'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon.